Hey, what's up, guys? Long time no see. Sonny Smith here doing another video. It's been a while, but it's good to be back out there racing, and it's awesome to be on Schell Brothers Cycling. This squad is out of Delaware, and three of the main racers are Bobby Bailey, Austin Oswinkle, and Kevin Krantz, and that's Bobby right there on the right-hand side, cruising along, and Bobby is a Cat 1 racer, and just unfortunately he's been sick all week, so he's probably about 50% today. But hats off to him for coming out and just pushing the pedals. Um, so Sully and Bob Umble and Ryan Coyne and myself decided to join Schell. Um, Obviously a relatively local team, and it's just been awesome. We've done some TNRs, but we really did this ride out of Fenwick. It's called we called it the Bakery Ride that Bob Humble had put together, and it's just an awesome ride. It goes through like Cape Henlopen Park. It's got some gravel. It's got a bike path section. We would stop off at this bakery, and I forget where it's at, but it was probably like 30 miles in or something. 20, well, actually like 20 miles in. And then we ended up stopping at the Schell Brothers Coffee in Rehoboth, and that was awesome too. Um, the team is well put together. We got some other dudes on there: Scott Seegers, Chris Gaffney out of New Jersey, Karen West, and Shane Mannix from across the bridge around the Baltimore and Annapolis area. Mike Silvers, Preston Dudley, Chad Ingram. So we're developing a really even a stronger squad than we already got, and we're stoked for 2023. If you're interested in joining, let me know. Let one of the guys know, and you can send me an email at seagullcyclist@gmail.com. And again, yeah, we got some strong racers, but we're developing a full squad. So we'd like to even possibly get into youth development and develop a lady squad as well. So, yeah, today is the pedal away prostate race, and I'm not sure about, I think it's like the 8th year they've done it. And every year the competition's been getting stronger and stronger. So this year, they got some tough dudes. Um, we definitely have the most. We got 9 guys, right? Uh, Everybody is looking at us to make some things happen, and sure enough, right off the bat, which I did not get on film because I realized I didn't start my camera until probably 5 miles in or something. But Ryan and Sully really started pushing the pace and got off the front, and um, I'm not sure if I think Sully might still be off the front, but yeah, so we got the most people and some of the strongest dudes out there, so we have got to push the pace. The guy there on the left is Bel Air, I think, is, at least it's on the side of his jersey, is one of the sponsors. I'm not sure if that's the name of the team he's with, but he's strong. And then there was his teammate has a similar jersey, but these green shorts or something, because I was riding behind him for the first couple miles, and he was just pulling at 27s like it was like, I don't even know if he was breathing heavy. So those 2 guys will play a role later on in the race. And we got a couple guys from Artemis, a good friend of mine, KC, and Dave Osborne. Everybody knows him as Super Dave. They've usually come out to practically almost every race for the prostate pedal away prostate race. And so there's Kevin Krantz on the right hand side with the green bar tape, and so yeah, this is, I'm not sure if this is part of the headwind, slightly headwind section, but so we got there's John Serwinski on the right hand side, and yeah, I used to ride with Kelly. Obviously, great team. It's just that I live too far away to kind of participate in the team rides and so forth. So that's why I decided to move over to Schell. Um, we just have the mentality of freedom to race as fast as you want. and no limitations. Everybody is supporting one another. We want everybody to reach their maximum potential. So there's Super Dave Osborne on the right hand side, and I think that's Chris Davis on the left there. And so, yeah, we're, as far as the team, again, I think Sully is off the front here, and so we're just chilling. We're just kind of moving along with the pace, marking some moves, right? So I kind of know a good number of the racers and can tell who the stronger ones are, and don't want them to get away and try and, if they do try to go catch, then it's our job to kind of cover those attacks, right? So that's kind of what I'm trying to do, is keep an eye on Super Dave. And there's another gentleman, Todd Bickling from Bike Doctor. I've ridden with them quite a few times, and hopefully in the future we can see Mark Lewis and Tony back out there again with Bike Doctor, this racing with those guys and riding with those guys. So yeah, this is a 6 mile, like 25.5 or something route. So the distance is not long at all. It's kind of like a crit effort or a circuit race effort. And it would be awesome, just possibly, if we could do 2 laps, right, of this somehow. So make it a 50 mile, course. And that way it pushes the endurance a little bit, and yeah, makes it more of a road race, I guess, distance. And I'm just checking my camera every once in a while, just to make sure it's on. Like, I didn't even know if it was working or not because it's been a while. So I'm just checking to see if it is recording, looking for the red light, and luckily we got some footage. So the weather's phenomenal, as you can see, right? We don't have knee warmers, we don't have arm warmers on. We're quite comfortable, so it's a great day. So what I'll do is, I don't think anything as far as team tactics occur for a bit, so I'm just going to throw in some tunes and let you guys sit back and enjoy the race. All right.
running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pop. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try and take it from me, from me, from me, from me. Big time, going on. Got it in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the numbers, that's a lot of grind. Try and take it from me, must be out your mind. I'm big time, lot of shine. Smoky in the air, that's a lot of pop. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try and take it from me, take it from me.
All right, so we just made that left-hand turn, and you could see, I think it was Dean in front of me, or Sully in front of me, and he started pushing the pace. And then and Ryan's up there. And a couple of dudes, started to follow. And so there's going to be a split, right? And as I'm coming around on the left-hand side, um, we're going to see a small group. I think I'm going to. So yeah, there goes Kevin. So off in the distance there, you can see that there's a break, and it's Sully and Ryan and a couple other dudes. And I'm yelling right now at Kevin to go, no, 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 don't chase, because he's pulling somebody with him. And then of course I have some dudes on my wheel too, which I don't want to bring up to that break. So that's why I was just kind of saying, hey, hold on, stop, to Kevin to pull him back and let everybody else do the work, right? So you got to wear out their legs, not ours. And sure enough, there goes John, and then Chris Davis, and I'm not sure who that guy is there in the giant bike. So yeah, let everybody else do the work. And again, they're those two guys from Bel Air. So again, I'm just kind of keeping an eye out, marking the strongest riders out there to see what they're doing and making sure that they don't kind of bridge that gap. So yeah, I'm just sitting back, waiting to see what happens, and staying in everybody's draft.
Yep, so here's my boy KC. I can't let him get away. And Todd's in front of him, and then Alex McRae. So yeah, not going to let any Artemis get away or Bike Doctor. They've got some serious strength. So just trying to, yeah, monitor the moves, see what's going on, and I'm not going to do any work. I'm just going to sit here, let them wear themselves out, and I'm going to kind of come through, but you'll see I'm just kind of half-assing it because I still have Todd in my sights. If I need to go jump, I can still jump. But here goes Chris Davis and the rest of the bunch, and then here comes my boy Bobby pulling through. And yeah, so we're sitting fine, right? So yeah, they're the two dudes from Bel Air, and so I'm just gonna sit in and watch what's going on, and let's listen to some music. All right, see you.
such a waste, such a waste, such a waste. Looking on the city lights, flashing bright in my eyes. Look up to the sky and I got this relief inside. Then there's no need to hide. I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm going all the way up. Ah, I'm letting go in my heart. Ah, of everything that holds me down. No, no. And it's feeling like I'm in the groove. I can feel the love. Oh
So let me chime back in here. After that turn, that's where we're going to start slowing things up a lot. And how do we do that? We're going to go. I'm going to tell Austin right here, since Bobby's on the far right. I'm telling Austin that we're going to go 3 wide and just block the whole thing. Right. So we're just going to completely slow up the race. There's going to be no catch at all. Let me just give a look at the a couple shout outs to a couple of our sponsors. One is Boyd Wheels. Look at Austin's and Bobby's bike. Austin's there directly on my right, and then Bobby's just up on the right. And the bikes they're riding are BMCs. They're sick. So like these are rocket ships. So hopefully maybe by next season I could hop on board one of these BMCs, because they're just incredible color scheme, and the geometry is phenomenal for racing. So, and then the Boyd wheel set, those guys are made in America, and so yeah, I just want to definitely thank them for all their help that they do for the team. All right, so then the video got clipped to where now that was Dave Osborne went around and things opened up, right? So we got on this kind of open road, and then I wanted to make sure that nothing got away. So once Dave Osborne goes, of course, then alarm bells ring, and you got to make sure that he doesn't get away. So we were able to chase him down and make sure, not that it was just going to be another chase group, so you want to be in that chase group. We don't want to be chasing our other teammates, but we want to be in that group, right? So you can see Kevin Krantz up there on my left. John Sarinsky is in front of me. And let's see, and that's KC there on the right, and then Dave Osborne way over there on the left, going around. So definitely got to keep everybody in their sights. So when Dave goes, I got to go and get on his wheel. And I'm not sure. We might have like, I don't know, 6 miles to go maybe. And then there's Todd. And I think at some point I look, yeah, because I see Dave looking, and I saw Todd look, and then I looked back. And I think they're coming, the group's on us, right? So it's not like I'm not going to work through. And then so Todd's like, all right, I'll give it another shot. And I'm just going to stay on Dave's wheel, because if he really wants it, then he'll go. And then, yep, here comes the rest of the group, right? So it's like, and then there was Bobby and Austin. And so, yeah. You'll see as we're coming into these last few miles, now our strategy is, shifting, because we got a couple dudes on the brakes. So we're just going to try and get as many people placed as possible in any other categories. So Bob Humble has been playing it real smart. He's just been hanging in the group, not doing any work, right? So he's this is a chess match. There go a couple smaller dudes. So again, I know Bobby and Austin are up closer, and then there's Shane coming through and keeping an eye on things as well. And here comes, our left-hand turn, which is really good, so that way you can kind of scope out what's going on up front, right? So no one's really blocking you. And we might have about like 5 miles to go. So the tempo's picking up. Everybody, was trying to get in a good position. We had a gorgeous day, right? Perfect for racing. We're out here in the back streets. So, yep, there is some traffic. We got to keep our heads up and making sure we don't cross over. But yeah, the marshals did really good. Keep an eye on things, and everybody in the group was communicating really well if we had any traffic coming up. I was thinking it'd be pretty awesome to do like double it up, like do 2 loops kind of, right? 26, you know, it's kind of short, right? So if we're doing like a road race, well, let's do 2 loops, you know? And yeah, for the people that are traveling across the bridge and everything, and it took me like an hour, but yeah, to make it a little bit longer, a little bit more challenging, I think it'd be a lot of fun to like do 2 loops. So Bobby's going to give us some instruction here on kind of how we'd like to line up, and you know, if all goes well, you know, we're going to try and pull it off, right? So we got the most dudes. Again, it's the first time we've raced together, so we're figuring out like everybody's strengths and what we can do, and so I'm going to try and stay behind Shane here, and then Shane's going to try and stay behind, I think, Kevin, and then Bobby, and Austin behind him. So it's fun, man. You know, it is. It's a chess match, right? You try and figure out how to play your pieces, and that's what's great about having a bunch of dudes out here on one team, that you can incorporate all this stuff, you know. I mean, even if it doesn't work out, it's still a freaking blast to try and, you know, you got a strategy and see what the heck happens. I'm not sure how everybody else is feeling. I'm feeling pretty good, but see, there they go. There go the 2 dudes from Bel Air, and I'm like, all right, I gotta go catch, and because Bobby's like, there goes a good move. So I'm on this dude's wheel here, and I'm like, should I keep going? I'm like, no, I think he's gonna keep pulling, so I'm gonna stay tucked in, and then he's gonna pull off, and I'm like, all right, so what's my decision, right? So I'm like, it looks like I'm catching him, and I feel pretty good, like, you know what, I could probably pull him in. And then I think right here as we get to this intersection, I see the 2 dudes kind of split up there, and I'm like, I think they're slowing down. So I'm going to wait. I'm like, and again, I haven't raced with these guys before, so now I know. But I'm like, I said the group to myself, I'm like, you know, the group will be able to catch him. And then sure enough, here goes Austin, Bobby, and there's Bob Humble, right? So, and Kevin Krantz is in front of me. We got the lineup, right? So I'm like, yeah, we're good. So what happens is I get kind of blocked in. Chris is there on my left, and Kevin's in front of me. So visually, I'm kind of impaired. I'm not sure who's in front. Like, I know it's our squad, so I'm kind of sitting in going, oh, we're good, right? We're going to catch these guys. And so then this is what happens here. Now, remember, Bobby's not feeling well, so he's done. His engine's gone. And then so watch Bob Humble. And I can't really tell right here, but that's what's going on. Bob Humble goes off the front, great move to go catch the other 2, right? And I'm like, I'm saying to myself, okay, so now I'm starting to get tired. I'm like, oh crap, you know, can I go get these dudes? And what happens here? I think we cross over these railroad tracks, and this is Austin right here. So I'm looking up to the left, and I'm like, yeah, we could probably still get these dudes, right? So there goes Dave Osborne, and it's like, yep, alarm bells. There goes Todd. And everybody, there goes KC. So it's like, yep, time to go, right? And everybody's going to kind of blend back together. However, Bob Humble and the two guys from Bel Air are up the road. And it's like, damn it. You know what I mean? Like, Bob and I and those two dudes at least, and like probably Austin, we all could have hopped on those two guys. But I was like kind of boxed in and didn't really know what the heck was going on. It was kind of too late. So anyway, you know, hey, that's the way it goes. Bob's up there in a semi-chase group number 2. Sounds good, you know. I didn't know it at the time. I had a feeling that he was up there. And I'm like, all right. And I'm thinking, well, we could probably still get him. Not that I'm going to do any work to go get him, let's say, but Bob and those two guys, pretty sure, and I noticed how strong those guys were earlier in the race. I was like, yep, they're going to probably stay away. So we got like, I think it's like probably 3 miles from here. And yeah, like I don't want to do any super work to go catch. And I'm just kind of waiting to see how the cards get played, right? So there goes Shane. I think Austin had just gone by too. And
So when this guy goes, I'm gonna see what's going on and kind of stay on his wheel, make sure like, again, just kind of stay in his draft, right? And then so we had talked in our pregame, talk that again, and Bobby reiterated how we wanted to line everything up and bring it in. So like right now, we're trying to we're trying to work for work for Austin. And so, yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be on the front here, but I'm like, all right, I know this right turn's coming up, and it's like maybe, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile away or a mile away. So I'm just literally just working, pushing hard for Austin, and that way he can have a good sprint and get a good bunt sprint out of it. And again, Bobby's not feeling well, so otherwise he'd probably be up in the break. So he's not going to sprint. And then so yeah, here's this right-hand turn, and I'm pretty much like, I'm out of gas. I'm wondering like, how much further can I go? And I'm like, all right, I know this left-hand turn's coming up, and I'm like, all right, I'll get to the left-hand turn if no one else comes around. And you could hear me breathing. I'm literally burying myself right now. And I'm thinking, okay, we got maybe Shane behind me, Kevin, Bobby, and then Austin, and I'm like, all right, we're going to line this thing up. And then I'm like, I'm done now. Like, I'm pretty much done with the race, and I really don't care where I finish. I just try to do the work for the team, and then I'm good. So there goes Bobby and Austin, and I'm like, and there's only 2 of them. I'm like, oh crap. And I think that was Shane that just went by on the far left. And Bobby was like, I still need one more rider. And I'm sitting there going, oh crap. So I'm like, I'm going to try and catch my breath here and see if I can work my way back up to the front somehow. So yeah, let's check my recovery ability. And we're going to come up on this overpass. And there's Shane on the right. And then here comes Dave Osborne, which, of course, yeah, like I know he's freaking good. I'm going to try and stay on his wheel, right? So watch what happens, though, all right? I don't want to let it out of the bag right now. But, yeah, so here's Steve Sambrano. And, again, I think that's who that is there on the left. I'm not sure. I think he's the only guy from Guys, but there might be another guy from Guys. So yeah, I'd like to be on Dave's wheel, right? but I'm kind of out of gas, and there's KC on the left. I'm like, I don't know if I can get up over this hill. I'll do what I can and see if I can hang. And I'm like, I'm starting, still kind of recovering as I'm coming up this hill, in a sense. And I'm like, there's Bobby on my right hand side, and Austin, I think, was even behind Bobby. So I'm like, all right, I don't know what's going to happen here. And then there's Todd on the left, who's a good sprinter. So I'm like, let me just stick on let me stick on Dave's wheel, but watch what happens. There's John Serwinski. Watch this. I have no freaking clue how John Serwinski stayed up. But then that makes a gap, and I'm like, oh, damn, so... what am I sprinting for? I don't know. I think I ended up like 17th or something. And then here comes this guy. He starts moving over. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? You're supposed to sprint in a straight line. Like, I could rewind it, but trust me, he was on the white solid line. He moved over into my space. Whatever, it really doesn't matter. It's unsanctioned. Who cares? But, yeah, anyway, it is what it is. I was out of gas and gave it my best at the sprint. And all right, so let's check it out. Some boys got some hardware.
So my boy Dean Sullivan got second place in his age group and second overall behind a former UCI pro nonetheless. Ryan Coyne, first in his age group, third overall. And then Bob Umble, first in his age group, eighth overall. Dudes, you guys are some fast sons of guns. Awesome racing with you, Austin and Bobby and the rest of the dudes. Man, can't wait for 2023. So you guys take care. We'll see you at the next race.